I'm a really hard worker. Melissa Gorga says RHONJ fans are wrong about her. The Real Housewives of New Jersey star Melissa Gorga has recently been in the news for her new business, and she's talking about misconceptions. The reality star, who has been in a very public feud with her sister-in-law, Teresa Giudice, recently announced that she was making her own sprinkle cookie business, inspired by the infamous fight between herself and Giudice. As part of the press tour for her new business, Gorga spoke with Page 6 about the cookies, what is happening with season 15 of The Real Housewives of New Jersey, and what the biggest misconception about her is online. Gorga, who joined the show during season 3, has had a lot of allegations thrown against her, especially because of her sister-in-law. Her fellow housewives believed that Gorga was an exotic dancer, and she's had former business associates making claims about her as a businesswoman. Gorga opened her store Envy with a business partner, but the two had disagreements that forced her business partner to step away from the store. Now, Gorga is clearing her name and told Page 6 that those who think she isn't a hard worker are wrong, and that she's worked hard throughout her life. I think that I get overshadowed sometimes. Everyone knows me from the housewives, and that's very normal. I get it, but I'm actually a really hard worker, she told the outlet about what people think of her. Gorga then went on to talk about how much she has worked, and even said that she's been working for most of her life. Gorga admitted that when she met Joe Gorga, she had 3 jobs. I've been since I was a young girl. I've always had 3 jobs. When Joe met me, I had 3 jobs. I've always been very ambitious in that way. During her interview with Page 6, Gorga was asked about the potential recasting of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Andy Cohen recently said there wouldn't be news for quite some time on the show, but Gorga thinks that a mix between fresh faces and familiar ones is the best way to go. I think that they would want, especially we come from a very long-standing franchise with very familiar faces. I feel like they would need a few returning faces. Gorga went on to explain that she understands Bravo's intentions with the show, but still thinks they should keep some of the wives we know and love. I understand them wanting to do a little mix-up because it's time, obviously. But I think they would need to keep a few familiar faces, and that's on by. I don't know who or what they decide, but I would suggest they kept a few familiar faces. I think it would be very tricky. Melissa Gorga says fans will want to see a few returning faces